Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Raiders going up against the Jets.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Carr now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Throwing now is Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Carr now on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks.
And the ball is knocked out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Get down. Hey, Raider 2. 3 down. Low.
On first down, Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On play action, now Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
This will be caught just inside the 10. A nice display of powerful running. But it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Blue, landing. No. Check. Patriot.
The play clock's running down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
New York set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second down, here's Carr. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Man left. All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Now let's go.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Watch tight end.
694. Express.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is knocked down from the side near the 48-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Take 4.
Monday, down. 734.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And now here's a carry heading left. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 9-6. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Monday.
Carr now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Leonard Williams in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
It's fresh. Down. White Monday, down.
Here's Carr. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Jets. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finding the tight end Hooper. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Joey Bosa in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
93. 618. Blue 80. Go check. Blue 80.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Carr on the bootleg. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Here we go. Later, 8. 3 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Single. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A gain of 32 that time. Down, he'll drop and throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4.
Sack! Got him! Let's go, boys!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Brad Nortman now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Fresh set of downs here. Now Carr. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Motion, 89. Watch 89.
To throw, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collier. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Carr to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Collier. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And he pulled it. Aguayo pulled it left. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's his second miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Single. Watch 41.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Over! Hey, watch the left. Now let's go! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, good footwork on the spin. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. 3 down. Detroit!
They'll run it again with Henry. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
On 3rd down. That's Henry. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Let's get into the weeds here a little bit, partner. The Raiders last year, road games only, committed the most penalties in NFL history for the most penalty yardage in NFL history.
Yeah, hard to believe in something they have to shore up when they're playing away from home.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, guys, check me out.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Double tight.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.